Good morning. It is Tuesday, May 31st, 2022. Back here for Daily Shakeup number 546. And as most of you know, I'm a lover of Broadway, and I've had the opportunity to see so many shows over the years, whether it's in New York or in stages across the country or even the world. And recently I was thinking about a show called Kinky Boots, which I saw in New York City 4 or 5 years ago with my dear friend Glenn Gordon. I haven't seen the show since, but some of the music popped onto my phone the other day and I was listening, and it reminded me of the time seeing the show and that experience with Glenn. But I was also reminded about the closing song of that show, sort of the anthem song. And what I remember about it in particular is that it's really interesting in that it does something I've never seen in the show before, because the lyrics of the song includes what they consider the 6 key lessons of the show. They basically tell you, here's the lessons from the show. And I was thinking about them, one in particular, which I'll tell you more about in a minute, but here's the lessons they share in the closing song called Raise You Up or Just Be. That's the song, Raise You Up, Just Be. So lesson number one is pursue the truth. Now, I would say that what they really mean by that is to dig deeper into your understandings, your perspectives, how you see things, and I would argue your biases. The show talks a lot, addresses a lot about unconscious biases as well as conscious biases. So pursuing the truth, digging deeper to how we see the world. Number two is learn something new. Well, we all know that's an important lesson in life and leadership. Number three is accept yourself and you'll accept others too. How often do we engage in situations where we really aren't accepting of others? Or if we perhaps are, the biggest challenge is, are we willing to accept ourselves? Number four of the lessons is let love shine. Seemingly so simple, but often challenging as we see around the world today. Lesson number five is let pride be your guide. Now, that can mean a lot of things. And sometimes pride has a negative connotation, but I really think this is about just having a pride in yourself and what you do and what you bring to the world. And it's number six that's the one that really got my attention that day. I remember when we were at the show, Glenn and I heard this, and when they sang this line, we both looked at each other and said, that's why we're here. Because we had randomly picked this show, didn't know a lot about it, but this number six lesson was the one that really hit us both, almost goosebump moments. And it's this: you change the world when you change your mind. Think about that. You change the world when you change your mind. Now, part of that is when you change your perspective, you change the world. I think it was Wayne Dyer and others who said that when you change your perspective, the world changes right before your eyes. So I've always honed in on number six, because while all these lessons are impactful, lesson number six about changing your mind and therefore changing the world seems to me to impact and drive all of the others. So I just want to plant that seed with you today from Kinky Boots, those 6 lessons, but especially number 6. And consider this: John Lennon, brilliant songwriter, philosopher, many years, invited us to imagine a different world with lots of different changes, ideally for the better. But I wonder if he ever imagined that the answer to those changes started with the simple act of changing our mind. So in what ways does your mind need to change, to shift, and your perspectives to shift and change, and thereby change the world, change your outcomes, and certainly change your experience? That's it for today. Keep taking care of yourself and everyone around you. By all means, stay connected.